Hey guys, good morning. It's Tony. Before I start the video, I do want to say please like, subscribe, and comment. If you want to join the Patreon, you can join at patreon.com/but I'm not a trader to see the strategies that I use and how a bunch of people get funded and all that good stuff, right? As of right now, I am looking, I was bullish, right, in my previous, my previous videos, but I am starting to get extremely bearish now. Again, that 2 week is still live on the NASDAQ and also on QQQ, right? So if you go on the NASDAQ, you run that 2 week, right? You did close that 2 week bearish, and every single 2 week, right, we are associated with like a 30-40 point sell-off, and we're still active, right? Regardless of where price is, regardless of anything else, we are still completely active on that 2 week close, right? Even though from that close, you're actually up about, let me see, where do we close? 438, 440. You're about like $5 above that, right? Personally, I think we're still active, and I think we're still going to drop off pretty hard, and this might actually be the top, right? And I did some analysis, and it looks like the QQQ is always the leading factor of this 2 week close, right? So QQQ always closes that 2 week first, and then SPY closes it like 2 weeks or a month later. So as of right, I do think that as of right now, we are headed lower, a lot lower, right? And that's just, and that again, I don't want to say that's just my opinion, but that is basically just what I think is going to happen, right? Regardless of like the spikes that have happened and everything else, I do think we are going lower. Yeah, there you go. See, so I did open up some shorts, right, on my position. So you guys can see here, this is my position right now. I have two positions open, right? Two swings. So I have this one on the ES, right? So I'm up 350 on this one, and then also on the Q, and I'm up 410. Oh, it almost hit my take profit right there. It almost got me right there. So almost there. I do think we could drop a little bit lower down to here, but I don't want to risk this actually, not going as low as I think it can, right? So, I do think that this is going to go a little bit lower. Even though it's pumping up a little bit, I do think we're going to hit at least this mark, because there's no way I would take longs based off of, what is it called? Let me see. Would it have stopped me out right here? Actually, yeah, because we're on that liquid, so it would have stopped me out. No, but I do think we're going to go lower. If anything, because we just started this 15-minute sell-off, right? I think we can go lower all the way down to like an 18.4 on the NASDAQ, but I'm fine getting stopped out there. And then also for June, like I said, yeah, for this one, I don't think I think we're gonna keep dropping all the way down here. So usually I kind of dictate my swings based off of the ES or the SPX, right? The ES is basically the futures version of the SPX, but because you actually have liquid down here on the ES, right? And the NASDAQ is like liquids like up here, I can probably move this down here, right? Because more than likely the ES is going to keep dropping, and the NASDAQ is going to follow it down. So I'm just going to move my stops, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, I do think that we're going to keep dropping from here. And that 4 hour, right, you can actually see the 4 hour bear trigger that's going to be closing, in an hour and 50 minutes. And the same thing for the NASDAQ, right? The NASDAQ, I think, shows a little bit more bearish momentum. And you can kind of see that on the Qs, right? So again, if you go on QQQ, get out of here, get out of QQQ, there you go. You can already see that curl, and you already have that bear engulfing right here, right? So I can definitely see us from here. There's two things that can happen, right, on the Q. You can either drop down here, drop like right here, and then you push up like super hard, or, essentially do that 4 hour, and then you drop all the way down like right here to the bottom of the range of the box, right? But, I don't like this, I don't like that. I don't like that channel. I'll probably fix that channel later on. But yeah, as of right now, I am looking for something like this, right? Because whenever you do close these 4 hour bear triggers, you tend to get like some really nice moves down, right? And again, you didn't even hit the top of range, so this makes me think really, really bearish, right? And if you do break or close a 4 hour under this, under this range here, then for the Qs, for QQQ, you are looking at, this would be your target, right? Target would be right here. Target for me, longer term, is a lot lower, but this would be your target, right? Target would be 430, right? If at any point you close a 4-hour under this, what is this low? What does this close? It's 436.04, right? If you close at any point 436.04 or under, there you go, 436.03. Sure, let's set something better. Alert. And the high here is 445.68. 445.68. We'll add an alert there, just so we can, remember where this is actually going. But again, yeah, I am more on the bear side for sure. For the next day or so, just because we are going to be closing a 4-hour bear trigger on the Nasdaq, right, and also on SPX. So we go on SPX 500 again. Charts, candles, go on the minute chart. Now you're still dropping, right? So I wouldn't expect a recovery here, especially since you're actually back under trend, right? And the 15-minute, you're still pretty bearish. So, for now, 30-minute bearish, right? The hour, and it switched up. The hour is bearish, right? So I'm definitely on the SPX looking for something like a 515, right? And then for the Nasdaq, I'm looking for back to trend, so like an 18.088, somewhere around this range, right? And then for the Qs, I guess it's easier for you guys. I'm looking for a drop back to at least 440, right, within, today or tomorrow. And then for SPY, I did have a initial target, right, is that fib right here, that fib here of 517.6, let me see, it's 517.69, right? So I did have that target, and we missed it by 517.49. We missed it by like 20 cents, bro. We missed it by 20 cents, which I was so upset, man. I can't believe we missed this by 20 cents. But that's just kind of how it is, right? There's kind of how it is. And then we do have some gaps here, which, I don't really talk about too much. But yeah, as of right now, I'm pretty bearish on everything. We didn't hit that fib that I wanted, because we were 20 cents away. But right now I am eyeballing, at least SPY going back down to somewhere like 514-ish, like 514 down here somewhere, back to this trend, and then maybe popping. But again, every single time you have a 4-hour close back in the box, your next target would be like 512. So I'll tell you guys right now, right? So this, right, if you get this little closed line chart, if this closes, right, let me see, actually it should be a little bit lower right there. It should be a little bit higher on the 4-hour. Oh, you know what? That's probably why, because I didn't have it I didn't have my fib set up properly. So probably, maybe it did hit actually. Oh, watch this hits. No, still far away. I'm still far away. So the high was what? 49, and the fib was actually. So the high was 49 and my fib is 55. So actually I was only 6 cents away, right? So I can see that being okay, right? We only missed it by 5 cents, which is perfectly fine. But yeah, I can definitely see if we have this green line close under this box at any point, right? Under this top of box, which is what? This is the top here is 515.89. Whoops. 515. Oh, 514.89, I think. Right? Close is 514.87 actually. So I'm gonna be pretty exact. 514.80. Let's do 86. And the low here is, or the close is 510.60. Oops. There you go. 510.61 is fine. So at any point, right, we get this and we close down under here and within this box, right? The next target would be, 512. So if any point we actually close within this box again, I'm shorting this to 512. More than likely, this will probably keep dropping because we're going to close a 4-hour bear trigger, right? And the average drops right now. Look, the last drop on the SPY, right? The last high low, we basically went down about 10 bucks, right? Which is one, two, three, which is 4 channels, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Next channel would probably take us down to 507, right? And if we do break that lower range, right? If we do end up breaking this, you know, your target would be, yeah, 507. Sounds right. Yeah, there you go. See, it would be down here at this mid channel. So right now, I would be comfortable shorting SPY at open all the way down to at least like 514. And then if we do close within there, I'd probably sell those like puts and then buy 512s, right, to short again. So anyways, either way, I'm still pretty short on everything. Well, not short on everything, but I am bearish on everything right now. So we'll see what happens. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.